guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ever. In today's video, you may notice that I'm in a different spot from where I normally am. This is literally just across the room from my desk because I didn't feel like setting everything up over there. So yeah, I'm lazy, nothing drastic happened, we're here. As you know, I recently took a bit of a break from YouTube. Obviously, I wasn't posting anything. I think it was like a month or so. But it was basically just because I had a lot to deal with, going through grieving and mental health stuff, and basically deciding what I want to do after high school. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my unpopular opinion. Let's get right into the video. I missed you guys. My first unpopular opinion is that Taylor Swift, and I apologize to any Swifties out there. What is the term for Taylor Swift fans? Swifties. I had my very own Swiftie phase. It wasn't for me. My next unpopular opinion is that old Drake is better than new Drake. Like, listen to any of Drake's old songs, and I know that a lot of people are gonna come at me for this, and I don't care. Listen to a lot of Drake's old songs, like One Dance, Passion Fruit, Marvin's Room. Marvin's Room is a big one. I love Marvin's Room. And then listen to some of his new stuff, like Sicko Mode. It's not as new, but like it's newer. Old Drake was just so much more, I don't know, man. TikTok references stopped being cool after 2020. In 2020, when everybody was quarantined and TikTok was like the only thing that really some of us had to, like, you know, interact with people, that was fine. TikTok references were everywhere. We were like, okay, you know, this is like a community that we have. This is something that we all have in common. We all saw this particular TikTok. And even in 2021, when we were just like sort of coming out of quarantine, not a lot, but like a little, even then it was still like, okay, well, you know, it's only been a year since TikTok really blew up, so I can't say I'm surprised. And then now that it's 2022, it's just like I'm so tired of seeing y'all jumping on the bandwagon about these TikTok references. It's so not funny anymore. Like Bing Bong, no, Abow, basically everything. Like, can we be original? Can we think of something else to talk about? Everywhere I look, it's TikTok this, TikTok that. TikTok is not all that. And that brings me to my next point. The internet/social media does more harm than good. The internet, along with social media, they can both be like really good tools for connecting with people and like reconnecting with people after you haven't maybe seen them in a while, especially for like if you can't see people in person. But at the end of the day, it does more harm than good. You know how much harmful stuff there is on TikTok, and they still spend their time banning people over random stuff? I wouldn't know because I don't create stuff on TikTok or whatever, but you know, it just does more harm than good. The next thing is that people romanticize old music, not because it's better than the new music or even because it's good, but because they're romanticizing that time period. And I'm gonna be honest, I said old Drake versus new Drake, and that actually might be an example of this, because when old Drake came out and I was listening to Drake, it was like, I don't remember how old I was, but I was pretty young. I used to hang out with my sister all the time, and she loved Drake, so we used to listen to him. And I didn't really have anything to worry about at that time. Like, I wasn't going through the same stuff that I am now. I wasn't focused on the same stuff that I am now. My biggest thing was, I want to go outside and play. I'm going to pretend to be a warrior princess, and all the trees are going to be my family members. And my dog is gonna be my trusty noble steed. Like, that's what my mind was on. And then when I hung out with my sister, we listened to old Drake, and I liked it because she liked it. And I was like, okay, if she likes this, I'm gonna maybe give it a chance. And then I ended up liking it. The next thing I have is, this is about Encanto. So if you haven't seen Encanto, you probably wouldn't get it. But if you haven't seen Encanto and you do have TikTok, you've probably seen the song We Don't Talk About Bruno literally all over TikTok. In my opinion, Surface Pressure by Jessica Darrow, starring Luisa Madrigal, should have way more hype than We Don't Talk About Bruno, because it's just a better song, to be honest. It deserves much more credit than We Don't Talk About Bruno. In fact, it deserves much more credit than it's been getting. And Let It Go was, I'm not gonna say it was the worst Frozen song, but it absolutely was not the best. In fact, it wasn't even like top tier. It was lower than a lot of the other songs. Like In Summer, that one was my favorite. And I don't understand how you guys can put Let It Go over that. Let It Go over Do You Want to Build a Snowman. Come on now. Watermelon flavoring tastes more like watermelon than actual watermelons do. Because the thing is, if you taste something that's watermelon flavored, like for example, I have these watermelon flavored Sour Patch Kids. If you taste something that's watermelon flavored and then you taste an actual watermelon, they taste nothing alike. The same thing with grapes. Grape juice, grape syrup, grape jelly, other things with grape in them, like grape medicines or whatever, they don't taste like grape. Taste a grape, taste grape flavoring, they taste nothing alike, I promise you. The Snapchat dog filter is so done. Like, that is the most childish filter you could ever have. If you try to hit me up and you have a unironic image of you in a Snapchat dog filter, I promise you, I will not even give you a second thought. I will delete the messages immediately. I'm not even going to give you a second look because that filter is so childish. If it's an old picture, I understand. But if this is like you, 2020, this is you yesterday, you taking a picture in the dog filter, come on now, please. That is so childish. All water does not taste the same. If you grew up drinking the same purified, expensive, freaking smart water, then you wouldn't understand. But some of us have drunk tap water before because you didn't have no more water bottles and there wasn't no freaking water purifier, just regular straight up plain old unfiltered. It's like filtered but not like filtered enough, if you know what I mean, because of like the neighborhood that we lived in. But if you had plain filtered water out of the tap and then you've had like the bottled water, the big jugs of water, water that's out of the tap but still filtered, like refiltered, and just like even the different brands of water, like none of them taste the same. All of them taste different. Like if you think all water tastes the same, there's really something wrong with your taste buds. Next, night showers are better than morning showers. I understand the mindset that like a lot of people like to take showers in the morning because it leaves them feeling refreshed and ready for their day. I absolutely agree with that. I like to take my showers in the morning and the night, but night showers just be hitting way different. Like, imagine a nice hot shower after you've had a long day. Maybe you just got off work. You work a minimum wage, so you was probably on your feet all day, listening to people yell at you, and you get into either a hot bath or a hot shower. Showers are even better because the sound of the water sounds like rain, and rain is actually very relaxing for me. Cereal is better when it's soggy. Like, I used to sit in, not too soggy, it still has a little bit of crunch to it, but just letting it sit for like a couple minutes and letting it soften up, it's so much easier to chew and easier to enjoy. I always let my Cinnamon Toast Crunch soak at least for a little bit. And speaking of flavor, avocado doesn't have much flavor, honestly. Like, if I think about all the ways that I eat avocado, I eat it in guacamole and like in a smoothie and like avocado toast. When you make guacamole, you're adding a billion other things to it. You're adding like your onions, your tomatoes, your seasonings. It's not just the avocado that's making it taste that way. If anything, the avocado is just there for texture. Just like avocado toast. If you don't season your avocado toast, something's wrong with you. But if you do, then you understand. This one is going out to a lot of people, and it's also going out to myself. People pay too much attention to other people's business. We have whole tea pages with billions of followers. I don't know about billions, but like millions, with millions of followers, freaking paying attention to what other people are doing and being the first to let everybody else know what other people are doing. Wearing designer does not mean you can dress. Literally, you could be head to toe in the most expensive designer ever. You could be wearing like Louis, Chanel, DKNY, Balenciaga. That does not mean that you can dress. You can't just slap on a bunch of designer things and be like, oh, I can dress now. No, babe, you can't. And for the last one, I was debating even putting this in here. It's kind of risky, but old Disney princesses are bad role models, and I will die on this hill. Aurora from Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, Cinderella, they all got where they are now by letting men handle their problems. You think Cinderella went out to go and find her prince after she lost her shoe? Her shoe that her fairy godmother gave her? You think she went to look for her shoe and find her prince? No, she didn't. She stayed at home and waited for him to come to her. And then, first of all, she didn't even make her own dress. The fairy godmother made her dress. She sat in the garden and cried until somebody came to rescue her. Just like Aurora, I know she was asleep for most of the time, but it gives girls the impression that they can just lay down. It gives anybody the impression, anybody young and impressionable, it gives them the impression that they can just lay there and wait for their dream person to come and save their day. And don't even get me started on like the original story of Sleeping Beauty. No. Old Disney princesses are bad role models. We have tons of good role models now. Like Elsa's so cool. Like the fact that she's a queen, she doesn't have to have a man in order to rule the kingdom. The fact that she pretty much does what needs to be done. She gets her stuff done and she doesn't rely on anybody else to do it. Moana did not care about what anybody in her family was saying to her, especially her father. She listened to her grandma and she was like, you know what, grandma? I think this is the right path for me. I think you're right. She went out there and she grabbed it. Just like how she was talking to Maui. She went up to him and she was like, no, you're gonna help me do this because you're the one that messed this up. And here's how it's gonna happen. She told him, as she should, period. And then like Mulan would be like an old Disney princess that's not a bad role model because she did what she had to do to protect her family. I get that. But the ones that I named are definitely bad role models, and I would think twice before letting my children absorb that kind of information. So those are all of my unpopular opinions. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you comment down below some of your own unpopular opinions. Anyways, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and make sure you follow me on all my other socials. Make sure you stay tuned for this absolute flood of videos that is coming out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!